What's going on, guys? Deadly here, and welcome back to a winning formula. And this time we're going to be heading into divisions instead of single matches and tournament matches. The reason we're not going into single matches is because we're undoubtedly going to come up against some really good gold teams that bronze bench in order to find teams like mine. And going into tournaments, although we might make it past the first few rounds, eventually we're going to come up against some really tough teams, which means that we're not going to be able to claim our prize, and therefore our games are basically going to be a waste of time. So I decided, why not come into divisions, get through Division 10 as quickly as possible, and get a few coins to essentially help us build the team. Now, that wasn't as easy as I thought because we were coming up against some pretty strong teams. Luckily, the players weren't as good as their teams showed them to be. Although Neuer did help them quite a bit, and I say Neuer helped them because I think the first two have Neuer on their team. I'm not quite sure. But the first two people that I come up against have a Bundesliga team, and it made it really hard for us to score goals. However, like I said, the players weren't the best, and it definitely showed when I broke them down. And you guys will see that right here especially. Normally you would get defended on that, but I decided, why not try the fake shot, turn around and get that goal, and that's exactly what happened. And Son is a tidy little player and he's actually the guy that scores this goal. And this Bundesliga team that we have, there's three players that I would definitely recommend in a cheap team. One of them is Son. He has good pace, 5-star weak foot, and 3-star skills. So he's not going to be a skiller, but he's definitely going to get you goals no matter what side he's on. The next one is Hunt. Hunt, again, he does, I don't think he has 4-star skills, but he does seem to have a rocket of a shot no matter what foot he's on, even though he doesn't have a 5-star weak foot. Unfortunately, he's a little bit slow. I think he has like 78 pace, but don't let that fool you. He's an amazing center attacking mid. And the other one is Peterson. Now, Peterson is the guy whose name I keep getting wrong. This time I'm 100% sure that it's Peterson. He's really slow. He has like 72 pace, but he does have a 5-star weak foot, which makes him absolutely lethal no matter what side he's on if he's in the box. So those are the three players that I would recommend you trying from the Bundesliga team. Other than that, the rest of the team was kind of weak, and that's essentially why we get rid of it at the end of this episode. But anyway, we head into the next match with the French League team. And the reason I built this French League team was because I wanted to use Salomon Kalou, who's an amazing striker, and we use him at the very beginning of Road to Division 1. And I wanted to use Payet. Payet is an amazing winger who, when he gets in forms, gets him in the center attacking mid position, because I believe that's what he plays in real life. So that's the reason I got him, because he's essentially a winger that when he cuts in, he can be a striker. The problem with this French League team was that the 4-1-4-1 was not good for it. Now, with that being said, I don't know if it's the 4-1-4-1 essentially that's making this team so bad, or the fact that the players just don't fit the formation. I'm going to go ahead and blame it on the players, so that later on, when we're actually able to afford a much better team, hopefully with some rare players involved, we'll build another team around the 4-1-4-1 and see if that makes a difference, having better players. Now, in this team, you guys are seeing me score goals. I never scored a single goal with the 4-1-4-1. It just didn't happen. This team wasn't having it. I couldn't formulate attacks. The formation was weird for this team. They weren't doing what they needed to do. The wingers weren't making runs. The left back and right back weren't overlapping to allow for more runs. Salomon Kalou never seemed to be in a good position. And so you're probably wondering, then how are you scoring all these goals? I actually switched the formation mid-game to the triple 3. No, that doesn't make sense. To the 4-3-3 false 9, and the reason I did that was because, like I said, Payet could play as that striker, so I put Payet as striker. At left mid and right mid, I had Salomon Kalou, who plays right wing, and at right wing, I had Bottier, so he can cut in on his left foot and score finesse shots. And on the left wing, we had Salomon Kalou, who can score with his right foot. But essentially, this team just wasn't working out with the formation that I built for it. So the only goals that I scored were whenever I switched the formations mid-game, and that's what made the team function. Now, I can't play this team in the false 9 because the chemistry would just not work, and I'd have to switch players around anyway. But that's kind of how I feel about that team as of right now. My goal is just to play the games that I have with this team and then get rid of the French team as well as this team that we're quick selling now. Now, Hunt actually got 5 goals in 6 games, so not bad at all from Hunt. Peterson also got 5 goals in 6 games, so again, really good. And Son got 6 6 goals in 6 games, and the reason I say that is because the 7th game I actually played offline to get fitness to the French League team. But other than that, that's the end of this episode. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, the link to that will be in the description. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, have a great day or night, depending on when you're watching this. Peace.